Hey guys, welcome to Instagram Live. My name is Annie Spano. I am the founder of Style Collective, which is an influencer network for female bloggers to connect, grow, and learn how to be successful bloggers and entrepreneurs. So welcome to Instagram Live. Today we are going to be talking about what is your Instagram really worth? What is it worth? Hey Rena. So Instagram sponsored post calculator is the post, sorry, I have like hair in my eye. It's the post that went live yesterday. And that is all about how much should I charge for a sponsored post on Instagram. This is one of our most frequently asked questions. What do I charge? We've tried Googling, and I'm sure you guys have tried to research this information and ask around in the industry, and it seems to be this like cryptic, hidden secret of how much you charge for an Instagram sponsored post. So we put together all of our research. We asked people in the industry. Anna, Jesse, and I all got together and tried, after being in the influencer marketing industry for the last couple of years, and we put together this sponsored post calculator to help all of you guys out. Yes, I will post this on YouTube once I get all of my videos uploaded on there. But yeah, this does get reposted to YouTube. It will also replay on our Instagram, replay for 24 hours. So who in here, raise your hand, show a little hand emoji or your favorite emoji, who has trouble calculating their sponsored post rates for brands? Does anyone have like a formula that works for them? Does it vary by brand, or what is the method to your madness? I would love to hear from you guys and what you guys are doing. Oh, thank you. It's like, yeah, getting pretty long. I'm at my sister's apartment right now in Raleigh, so this is what's around. It's lovely and beautifully decorated. But who has trouble with their Instagram sponsored rates? Anyone in here have trouble with that? Or what do you do to calculate your rates? So the two things that we put in this post, and this post is for members only. To join Style Collective, it's $10 a month or $99 a year, and really the return on your investment is thousands of dollars. We save you so much time with research, including things like this: how much to charge a brand for a sponsored post, and what if you're undercharging a brand. This calculator is really going to help you figure out what you should be charging. If you're charging too much or not enough, this will definitely show you, and you'll be able to make up your $10 way more than if you tried to figure it out on your own. Okay, so the first thing that you need to know when calculating your rate, the first thing is engagement. So your engagement means your comments and your likes on social media. So how many people are liking your photos and commenting on them? That's going to be your engagement. And then the second thing that you need to figure out is your engagement rate. So this is the rate that the users interact with your media. And the reason that this is really important is because with this calculator, we didn't want to do just a blanket $100 for every 10,000 followers. I know that that can be the rule of thumb in this industry. For every 10,000 followers you have on Instagram, you should charge $100. But what if you have amazing engagement? You should be charging more for your amazing engagement that you have built up on your social media accounts. That's why micro-influencers are so hot right now, because if you have millions of followers, you're less engaging. Your audience is a little less engaged than when you're a micro-influencer and you're building up your audience. When you are building up your audience, you reply to your comments, you are really engaged with your followers. They feel like they have a better connection to you than they do with someone that has millions of followers. It's just kind of the nature of scaling as an influencer. You just have more engagement as a micro-influencer as you're building your tribe and making connections with people, and it's part of the hustle as a micro-influencer. You really want to form that connection with your audience and form a real relationship with them so that they trust you and your recommendations and go to your blog, read your content, purchase from your affiliate links, or whatever it is that you have that you're trying to monetize from. So, all right, engagement rate is really important. So how do you calculate your engagement rate, and how does it factor into your sponsored rate on Instagram? So this post has two calculators in it. If you're not good at math, These calculators are super easy. All you have to do is like drag the little sliding scale to match your engagement level, and it will automatically calculate your engagement level. If you don't know how, if you're not good at math or numbers scare you, or this feels like really overwhelming and scary, we have a really easy tool in this post. So you can go down to the engagement rate calculator, look at your most recent posts, try to figure out what is the average number of likes that you have per post, and then what are the average number of comments that you also have per post on Instagram, and then you're gonna plug in the number of followers that you have. So these three things are going to come together into a formula and tell you your estimated engagement rate. You can base it off of your last 5 photos, you can take the average of your last 10 photos, or you could go into your Instagram analytics if you have a business account and you can base your stats off of that information. It's really up to you and how you want to calculate the information and go from there. So estimated engagement rate is really important for figuring out your sponsored rate. And again, this is in the post, which is exclusive for members. The Instagram sponsored post rate calculator, that's like the bread and butter of this post. That's what all of you guys are tuning in right now. You want to figure out your rate that you would charge a brand to make a sponsored post on your Instagram account. So the two things that go into this is one, your engagement rate, which you just calculated on the previous calculator. Your engagement rate has to do with your number of likes, your number of comments, and the number of followers that you have. It's a direct relationship between those 3 variables. And then the other thing that you need to put into your formula is how many followers do you have. So engagement rate and the followers that you have, this is a formula that I put together. So Anna, Jesse, and I did the research, and I literally sat in my Excel sheet and I created a multivariable formula. Going back to my Algebra 1, Algebra 2 days as a math teacher, I created a multivariable formula that will scale as you increase your engagement or your followers, as those two variables increase or decrease. So the sponsored Instagram post value is your output when you input the engagement rate and the amount of followers that you have. So as your engagement rate increases, it's like the slope, like y equals mx plus b. When you have a slope on your graph, if the engagement increases or decreases, then your rate is also going to increase and decrease as well. It's a direct relationship. The amount of followers that you have is also a direct relationship in this formula. So these two variables combined are going to give you your output of what you should charge for a sponsored post to a brand, okay? So again, this all sounds complicated coming from the math teacher, but it's really easy, really easy in this calculator. It's literally a sliding scale where you can put your engagement rate and put your number of followers, and it will output the rate that you should charge. So this will give you a really good idea of what to charge. Obviously, use your discretion, because if you're working with a smaller brand, a smaller boutique, they may not have as large of a budget, so you may have to work with them, add in a few other freebies for them so that they can meet your rate. If you're working with a bigger brand, you could probably charge a little bit more, but it just depends on the brand and their budget and what they're willing to work with. But at least you have a starting point, right? You can always go up or you can always go down from there. The worst thing that someone can say is no, and then all that does is save you a bunch of time and a bunch of headache, and it allows you to move on to your next brand client that will appreciate your work and be able to pay for your services. If someone else is not able to pay for them at that time, maybe you reach out to them a couple weeks later and find out if they have a budget. But at least it's a starting point, right? So this can be accessed through the website. You have to log in as a member, and then you go to education in the pink menu bar at the top, and it's the very first tile under the education page. You can also go to stylecollective.us/blog if you want to see all of the recent articles. Let's see. Last week I experienced that because I had so many comments, Insta blocked me from answering all of them back. I had to make comment. I don't know what that says. I'm sorry. I think that you may have some typos there. So if anyone has any questions about how to use these calculators, how to calculate a sponsored rate, we're going to be doing other posts. This is like a series that we're starting. So obviously we know that there's more than just charging for a sponsored Instagram post. We're going to be working on what to charge for a sponsored blog post next month, and then other things as well. I know that you can charge for Instagram stories. There's other services that you can add, YouTube videos, Instagram Live, Facebook Live. There's so many different things that you can add to your services, but the first thing we're starting with is an Instagram post. How much do you charge for that? So that is all included with your membership on the most recent blog post or article that's on the education page. If you have any questions about how to use the calculators or you're having trouble, you can leave a comment in the post. I already see that we have some comments from yesterday from Rachel saying, this is a game changer. Thank you so much for putting this together. And then Gabby said, this is so awesome. Thank you. So thank you both Rachel and Gabby for checking out the post. If you have any questions about how to use this, then leave a comment on the post. Otherwise, you can DM and leave a comment on our most recent Instagram post. But do you guys have any questions about this? Any questions about the sponsored Instagram post calculator, not about DMing one-on-one or doing video chat or any other weird questions that like creepers in there are asking? Oh, gotta love Instagram Live. It's always like, you never know who's gonna tune in. But for the most part, I love when you ladies tune in and you don't ask me like weird questions. Awesome, I'm so excited about this post. So excited. Yeah, 100 per 10,000 followers. That is the baseline, but you definitely should add your engagement into that mix because it will go up or down depending on how much engagement you have. Yeah. Thank you, Jen. All right. Well, thank you ladies so much for tuning in. I will be back next Wednesday. I'm gonna switch my Instagram lives to noon just because it's a lot easier with the sunlight and it doesn't prevent me from like, it doesn't interrupt my night. So this is easier for me, Wednesday at noon. I'll be back next week. So next week at noon, we're gonna have the blog prep kit, which is another member perk. We do all the research for you. What are the economic trends that are happening? What are people gonna be shopping for this fall? What are some content ideas, hashtags that you should be using on your Instagram posts? Tons of research, like literally 20 hours of research goes into this, which is a huge time saver for you guys. We also have a calendar download at the end of the post as well. So that is next Wednesday. That's what we're gonna be talking about, is the fall prep kit for October and November. So I will see you next Wednesday at 12. If you are going to be in New York for Fashion Week, I will see you on Friday. If you were not able to get a ticket, we are doing a little impromptu meetup on Thursday night. I posted about it in the SC forums. If you want to come grab a drink with me, I'm going to be somewhere at 9 p.m. I'm not going to tell you where on Instagram Live because I don't want some random people like that guy showing up and crashing the party. No way, no party crashers allowed. So if you are a member, log in, check out the New York Fashion Week forums. I posted where I'm gonna be on Thursday night at 9 p.m. so we can grab a drink together and have some fun. Otherwise, I will see you on Friday at the party, or I will see you next week on Wednesday at 12 p.m. all about the fall prep kit. So have a great rest of your week, ladies. And thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being a member of Style Collective. And if you are not a member, make sure you check out the link in our bio to join. Bye guys.